Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional, holistic and spiritual counsellor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video for more information. So let's dive in there, guys, and let's see what messages the cards have for you about your person. Okay. Alright, so you were coming in with the Hanged Man and you were coming in with the Judgment card here in your reading. See, what I get with those two cards coming in here, it's coming in as for your person. So what do I do? How do I make this happen? Because I want to make it happen here. There's a focus here coming in with the Hanged Man card. The awkwardness for your person, how we see the Hanged Man card, it comes in as, yeah, what do I do? What can I do? How can I do this? I suppose for your person it's not about normal lines, I suppose, of communication here. Yeah, see, because at the same time, coming in with the Judgment card, what I pick up there is that you're, for your person, here it's wanting to come away from the past. Here, they've learned some really tough lessons here, guys. Coming in with that Judgment card here. Oh, you're getting intuitive nudges here in your reading, especially about you here, but the crux, I suppose, the focus here is, so what do I do? And how do I do this? You know, because what it also talks about here, guys, apologies, what it also talks about here is that it means a lot. So it also talks about here as well a missed opportunity here. Missed opportunity. Well, it can come in as they just didn't take the opportunity here. Okay, but what it also, I think what it also tells your person is you weren't ready in the past. You weren't ready for this in the past here. So they had to go through all these lessons, but these lessons were about themselves and about the way in which they were thinking at the time. Alright, guys? Of course, about you, about others, about their environment here. And so a lot of their thinking here was, I suppose, either influenced or concerned. There was concern here for your person about the environment and the people that were already in that environment. Yeah. So that took precedence in a sense here, guys. This is why you're coming in with the Judgment card here in your reading. And what I get there is that, so they made, well, they based a choice here, a decision, a choice, movement on what was already going on in their environment. Now, I want to say what you've got to understand here is that your person already had things going on. That's what it's talking about with the Judgment card here. So they made a choice. They made to stick with what they had already built, what they were already involved with here, guys. Yeah, their friends, their family, social clique, community here, guys, work friends, and maybe even intimate partners. Yeah, so they made that kind of choice is what I'm getting here. And what it tells me here also is that along the way your person learnt certain lessons because they made those choices, but those lessons were about your person's mentality, your person's thoughts here. May have been a stuck mentality, but I don't think your person realized that in the past. I don't think they realized it here, guys. What I do get here in your reading is that when it came to you, that's where your person's mindset kind of made them feel stuck here. Is how were they going to come towards you here, involve you, when they already had certain things going on? So it was easier for your person to stick with what they had. And in a way here, guys, it was one huge lesson for your person. That's what it's talking about. Because in the end, well, what they learnt here, guys, was heartbreak and loss. How can I break that down? Unhappiness here, regret. Yeah, of course, misery in a sense here. Misery. So now, for your person, the awkwardness here is, so how do I kind of rectify what of these choices that I've made? How do I change that here? Change? Yeah, it is. It does have a sense of change here. It also, yeah, has a sense of, here in your reading, purging toxic patterns of behaving. Oh, I do get here is that this is just one huge wake-up call for your person, because a light bulb moment has come in for your person. Yeah, the light has come on here where they're looking back. It can be seen as a bit of a reflection here, guys, or a hell of a big reflection here, in terms of the choices that they made and why they made those choices here. Now, it can also talk about here in your reading, if they had made a different choice, where would things be for them today? Here. All right. Let me keep going here, guys. Yeah, so how do I do this? How do I do this is definitely coming in here, because this means a lot to your person here to come towards you. All right. It's because of what they learned, but more importantly here, guys, they had to learn that in order to, well, end it, I suppose, here, or see the truth in what they were doing in terms of being responsible and accountable here. Right, let me just see what else is going on here, guys. Yeah. So, okay, right. So you were coming in with the Ace of Cups, you were coming in with the Four of Swords, the Death card, and you also have the Six of Pentacles, Death and Rebirth here. Obstacles and challenges here, guys. Yeah, what I'm picking up there in your reading, see, for your person, when it came to the past, well, what it's talking about there is that they were already operating here, guys, in toxic patterns and habits. And it was awkward, of course, because you weren't like that, and that is exactly what your person knew. Yet you were going through your own stuff here. And what it also talks about there in your reading, see, those toxic patterns and habits had your person operating a certain way here. In terms of their actions, like I said, their mentality here, even their heart space here, guys. And their everyday life here in your reading. And it had been, I want to say, normal for your person to behave that way, that I don't think your person knew how to end it, how to end that kind of behavior here. See, for your person, it wasn't about just ending it out here and walking away from the past. Here, guys, what I get here in your reading, your person just didn't know how to end that kind of behavior here. All right. And what it can also talk about here, guys, is that they just didn't have the tools and the means at their disposal to do that here. Yeah, of course, your person may have sought guidance and support to end out certain patterns and habits here, okay? But what it talks about there is that it didn't really make a difference. It only scratched the surface for your person, so they continued in those toxic patterns of behaving and thinking. But you don't realize that it's toxic until you confront and face it, all right, here in your reading. And when you do have an addiction, all right, and you do follow patterns and habits here, it is a struggle to walk away from it, because you've got to get to that core issue. And when I spoke about they didn't have the tools or the means, what I mean there, guys, is that your person didn't know why here, because they had suppressed it. They had suppressed a past pain, hurt and fear. And most times, if not all, we think to ourselves, no, that's not the problem. Neglect, abandonment and rejection. No, that's not the problem. That's something I just don't want anyone to know about. That's something I just want to keep over there, and I really don't want to face it. Yeah. It doesn't affect me. But what that kind of attitude, behavior here, way of thinking, what it causes one to do, this is your person, is avoid and ignore here. Intuitive nudges coming in with the Judgment card here in your reading. See, like I said, for your person, so how do I fix this? I want to fix this. How do I rectify what I've gone and done? Because I've always wanted love here. And what they feel for you, what they feel for you now, what I'm picking up here, guys, is true and real love, in a sense here. So by reflecting back on what's happening for your person, what I pick up there in your reading is that, they've realised that now. Because they realise their own toxic patterns of behaving here, and there may be a chance here in your reading that your person is releasing and transmuting that. It's making way here, guys. It's actually cracking open your person's heart space because they do love you now. That's what I'm getting here in your reading. See, what I get with the Ten of Swords, the Judgment card and the Hanged Man card here is that your person realizes what you went through, what they put you through here, and what others have put you through as well. And so, yeah, there is regret here. See, for your person, what I also pick up here is the fear to come towards you could very well mean your person has to take ownership here. And what I also get here in your reading is that it doesn't fucking feel nice. That's what I'm getting for your person, to know that they behave that way purely here, specifically towards you. But what it also talks about here in your reading is how other people have treated your person and how they've kind of swept that under the carpet. It became normal to sweep it under the carpet. It became normal just to put it to the side here. That's what it's also talking about. See, because, like I said, coming in with the Six of Pentacles, this is what your person wants to offer, okay? Now, what it's also telling me here in your reading is that they have to get ready. See, that's all part of it here. So if they're thinking a certain way about themselves here, I get your person is judging themselves here. And they're feeling a certain way, they fucking don't feel shit hot or anything like that here, guys. Yeah. That has to be released and transmuted is what it's talking about. Your person has to be able to confront and face here. But it's telling me here in your reading, it's the only way, well, it's the only way your person can come towards you with a cup. With their cup of love. That's what it's talking about here in your reading. Alright, let's keep going here, guys. Yeah, so how do I share that? How do I share that? Here. Alright, so you have the Justice card, the Eight of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords here, and you have the Three of Cups here in your reading. Now let me just check this one out for you. So 21, 19, 29, 30, 34. Ah, yeah, still coming in with that here. What I also pick up here, guys, potentially here in your reading, for your person, it's coming in as, why did I hold back? I know why I held back. I know I have been through neglect, abandonment and rejection, that light bulb moment. I know that is what has always held me back from doing the things that I've always wanted to do here. I know why I feel a certain way about myself. Here in your reading, why I lack self-confidence and self-worth when it comes to you. This is quite specific here in your reading when it comes to you, the viewer. See, your person could very well be quite outspoken here. They could also be quite charming or charismatic here, and they could very well attract a lot of attention here in your reading. But the only attention, the only person they really want to be around here, guys, or see in a sense, is you here. Now what it also tells me here in your reading is that they don't know how to approach you here. what I'm also picking up here, guys, is that they don't want to share you. They don't want anybody else to have you here. Yeah, they definitely want to come in with the Three of Cups. This means a lot to your person here, and potentially here in your reading, it's like so unhappy. It's like hopelessness here. That's how it makes your person feel here. They have been stuck in a cycle for so very long here, this toxic pattern of behaving here, guys, of patterns and habits. They've been in that cycle for a very long time, is what it talks about here, that they now want to come out of it. Yeah, of course, your person is nervous here. Your person is restless here. There's anxiety here for your person with the idea. It's the idea here, guys. Their thoughts here are coming in as, well, what will, they already know what it feels like. They've kind of already got that intuitive nudge here, guys, and understanding what it would feel like to actually lose you. See, that's what it's saying. But because they know what that feels like here, it's a bit out of it here. That's why they know that they love you. So in a way, what it talks about here in your reading is that they had to actually go through that. They had to actually get that intuitive nudge that they were going to lose you here, guys, in order for them to know here, or I would say acknowledge and admit that the feelings that they have for you were deep and meaningful. That's what it's saying. The heartbreak for your person, at this point in time, they are already going through heartbreak here. For your person, what I also get here, guys, see, this is just one deep, huge light bulb moment reflection of your person and about your person. This is them reflecting and the way that they have treated you. Okay, guys, just you here. But what it also talks about here in your reading is the person that you are today. Because what I get with these cards on the board here, okay, is that they see you now and they understand you. All right, so you're coming in with the Page of Swords, is what it's talking about here. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming in as wisdom here, especially when you're coming in with the Ten of Swords, the Judgment card here, guys, which is, excuse me, also the Ten of Swords. It's the wisdom to take the correct action here. Because for your person, what they truly want here, guys, is a second opportunity, is another chance with you. But what the Judgment card and the Hangman card is saying to your person is, get ready, fix up, fix certain things about yourself here. So obviously here in your reading, you have gone through some kind of transformation here, where in the past your person may have been in a better spot than you were, okay, and they may have given or inspired you and motivated you here to make some positive changes in your life and also end out your toxic patterns of behaving here, because that's why these cards are coming in here. It's coming in as the changes that you have gone through. So you're no longer out there on the party scene. You no longer overindulge in drugs and alcohol, cigarettes. All right. What I get here in your reading is that you're focused here. You're building here. Here. And you attract attention now, and your person knows that. Here it's more apparent to your person that you attract attention. Yeah, you attracted attention in the past, but now you attract a hell of a lot more attention. That's what's also coming in for your person. Hence why you're coming in with the Three of Cups. Your person wants the Three of Cups with you here. Now, what they're not aware of here, guys, is so do you. Because that Ace of Cups here, that Ace of Cups for yourself, here collective, can't be replaced yet. You'll be coming that way. Alright? Yeah. So how do they talk to you? What's effective communication? All of that's coming in here. Just worried is what I get. All right, yeah. Then, yeah. Okay, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your reading. Your person wants another chance. And I am going to leave it there. Bye.